What is something unrealistic that you often see in movies that annoys the hell out of you? Good guy jumps behind some furniture and the bad guys unloads 1,000 rounds into it and none of them go through. What the fuck is that couch made of? Fight scenes with multiple attackers. They're all so polite, waiting for their friends to get their ass kicked before engaging. In reality you get jumped by everyone at the same time. I've got a plan. Great. What is it? No time. Just trust me. Doctors doing everything in medical settings. Scanning the patient, setting up IVs, interpreting brain MRIs. Nurses who? Radiographers what? 10 trained soldiers with automatic weapons, a couple of snipers and a helicopter gunship are all shooting at the fleeing heroes. The only thing they manage to hit is the ground just behind their feet. Clean houses where there are 3 to 4 chaotic children. Going to Latin America. Quick, put the yellow filter. Someone being hit in the head, loses consciousness, and 2 minutes later getting up as if nothing happened. Big breakfasts that no one eats because the characters are in a hurry and running out the door. Me personally, I'll be late to whatever for some pancakes, waffles. A. I have something important to tell you. It's about the Jones case. B. What's up? What did you find? Can't talk now. Meet me tomorrow at 9. B. A. Tell me what's going on. No, not now. Tomorrow at 9. A is found murdered the next morning, B is haunted by conversation. Sets off on worldwide mission to solve the murder and uncover the cover-up. #You don't have unlimited ammo. Someone must have turned on SV_cheats and forgot to turn it off. In fires nobody dies of smoke inhalation. They'll be in there for ages, merrily chatting away, coughing, miraculous escape, lifting a burning beam out the way, maybe they get outside and are fine. Maybe a smudge of soot on the face and a cough, then on their merry way. Gunfire indoors or inside cars and everyone can hear fine afterwards. Big explosions that throw people around but have no shrapnel. Windows that can be jumped through without shredding your skin. People traversing through air ducts. Cop looking at blurry CCTV image. Cop, can you clean up the image? Nerd. Sure, computer enhanced sector theta 6. Crystal clear image appears on screen. Cop. Oh my god. When people order food in a restaurant and then leave before it arrives. At least get it to go. Law student here, every courtroom scene is a disaster. Every kid in a movie has to be a genius for some reason. They can't just be a normal 10-year-old. They also always own a Rubik's Cube. Action movies where the good guy's car gets rammed or gets in bad wreck and it's still drivable and the airbag doesn't deploy. Person 1. Hey, did you hear about X? Person 2. No, what is it? Person 1. It's all over the news, let me show you. Proceeds to turn on the TV while every news channel is playing exactly what he was talking about. Edit. I don't care what y'all say back. I'm gonna celebrate my first comment with over 1,000 upvotes. Thanks you guys. Edit 2. My first silver. Thank you so much to whoever gave me this. In labor and birth scenes, the woman is pissed off, the baby is clean, and they never deliver the placenta. Women in fight scenes with their hair down. Girl, tie it back, I know you can't see shit. I think Hollywood only has 2 sound effects for mechanics shops. Air impact guns buzzing like a NASCAR pit stop and some hand ratchets clicking. In Hollywood you could get a scene of someone working on the International Space Station and the background noise would be a NASCAR pit stop air gun. Snapping people's necks with a quick twisting motion at the jaw. Women in sex scenes always wearing matching bra and panties. And keeping the bra on the whole sesh. Punching 4 people in the face and not feeling anything. I've been in a fight and won. Even then it hurts like hell. No one wins in a fight, they just get injured the least. College professor here. Pet peeves about how college is depicted. 1. Every class is in a medieval European-style amphitheater classroom. 2. Professors are all living in giant 6,000 square feet houses, even if they teach literature or sociology. 3. Professors only address students by their last names, and all students call professors, sir. 4. Students or professors strolling down the quad with a leather courier bag worth a month's pay, for some reason always eating an apple. 5. No fucking technology in the classrooms. Stop waving that empty cup around, it's supposed to have hot coffee in. Put some water in it, or if you are worried about spills, fill it halfway with Elmer's glue. It needs to have some weight, especially when you set it down. Falling into ice water in winter, getting out soaking wet, not dying of hypothermia. Post-apocalyptic women with clean-shaven underarms. Can you hack this super secure server? 10 seconds of hitting random letter keys on the keyboard. 1. HTML or JavaScript source code automatically scrolling. 2. I'm in. 1. If you enter commands, usually 60% of the keys aren't letters. 2. There's absolutely no reason to let source code scroll so fast. No one can read and understand code so fast, and you want to scroll manually so you can jump to other places and other files. Too long. Did not read hacking in movies as completely unrealistic. People can talk and hear each other in clubs or loud bars without any issues. Couples having romantic baths together. What's more relaxing than stuffing two full-sized adults in a tiny tub? Jumping into a cab and yelling, "Follow that car," and the cabbie just readily complies. Surviving explosions with nary a scratch. When people walk in the front door of a house or apartment and don't close it behind them. Gets me irrationally pissed off every time. People yanking their IV away from their arm. Bitch, that will tear up your vein and fuck you up. The way people break bottles on people's heads. Gun silencers. There's no such thing, it's a muffler at best, but you can't mute the sound out. The protagonist always seems to give a reserved parking spot everywhere. Manhattan is just like the suburbs when it comes to parking spots. Unless it's an extremely flammable place such as a fireworks factory, the vast majority of fire sprinkler systems aren't deluge. Hanging up without saying goodbye or anything. Knitting. Actors hardly ever correctly knit, they just bang the needles together and throw string around. Fucking look at the road when you drive. Even if you speak with your passager, you do not look at him for fives. 100 people shooting at the protagonist. Nothing hits. Protagonist MLG 360 NOSC 0 PES blindfolded while rotating like a Beyblade on crack, pops everyone in the head in one. Cars that don't have V8 engines using V8 engine noises. Ah yes, I'm sure it's perfectly normal for that Dodge minivan to sound like it has an LS V8 under the hood. It's totally because the sound is dubbed in after filming and they just have a generic engine sound file available. But it still bothers me when the engine sounds don't even remotely match the car. Same thing with tires squealing during braking. It's so typical for the driver to stomp the brake, and you see the wheels all lock up and squeal like crazy as the car keeps sliding forward. Any car with ABS, which is any car made after 2013 and probably 90% of cars made before that still on the road, wouldn't experience a wheel lockup like that. Non-billionaires renting a huge apartment in a big city such as New York or San Francisco. When a military person says over and out, you never say over and out. They mean two completely different and contradictory things. People who go through glass and emerge without a scratch or cut on them. When the good guy gets in a fight with like 100 bad guys, but instead of them all swarming the good guy and defeating him immediately, they fight him one-on-one while the others circle and watch, and get beat like bitches one-on-one every time until none are left and the good guy is left standing amidst a pile of bloodied, and maybe even dead, bad guys. The trope name is called conservation of ninjutsu, and it annoys the hell out of me every time I see it. When in the one-on-one killing scene they not killing each other but just chatting for 10 minutes.